Hello traders, good afternoon. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in All Party Research and Analysis, and this is Daily Analytical Report, the last report this week. Let's see what the market has for us. First, obviously, calendar. So let me show you market from the fundamental point of view. We had PPI, producer inflation from Germany, which came in line with expectations. A little bit worse data from Switzerland, but we are waiting 28 minutes more for retail sales data from UK, especially that pound is on a very important levels right now. A pound broke a horizontal resistance. There were lows from February 2016, and now we're gonna fight for keeping that as a closest support. So better data will help buyers to stay above the support. Worse data will cause a price, probably, maybe much worse data will reverse the price and possibly can cause a false breakout pattern, right? As it's the last day of this week, let's see what the next week has for us. Because, for example, if you want to open a position now on Friday, you need to know what's going on, what will be happening on Monday or Tuesday, right? On Tuesday we do have interest rate decision from Japan, press conference, statement, outlook, etc. So Monday is for Tuesday is for Bank of Japan. Monday is actually pretty empty. On Wednesday we have a PMI day. PMIs from Germany, PMIs from US, and a pack of data from Great Britain. On Thursday, CPI inflation from New Zealand, ECB interest rate decision, okay, a little before that IFO expectations, and also retail sales from Canada. So Thursday, definitely ECB day. We'll see if we'll have any changes in the policy. And on Friday, CPI from Japan, and meeting minutes from Bank of Japan policy meeting. Not many data from US. Mostly, like next week, is about Japan. So yen will be influenced definitely, but I think like the most important data, most important event next week will be European Central Bank anyway, right? Okay. That being said, we can move to the charts right now. We start with gold. And that's what we said yesterday is happening, right? So we said that there can be no sell signal if the price is still above this horizontal support on $1,325 per ounce. Price being above this level. Price is above this level, and only breakout of this level should trigger a sell signal with the potential aim here on $1,300. The price defended that horizontal support, and the price is about to come back above the long-term uptrend line, mid-term uptrend line. Okay, mid-term uptrend line. When the price will manage to climb back above this line, that will be a very strong buy signal on gold. Next one, American dollar to Japanese yen. That's kind of a surprise, right? I was thinking that this inverse head and shoulder formation here, left shoulder head and right shoulder, that this formation can hold. Here we had a breakout of the neckline and a horizontal resistance. After the breakout, well, technical comeback, so everything was good. We bounced a little bit from the support, so everything was even better, right? But at the end of the day, we are lower. Now we can see that this attack happened overnight. Today, the price broke this horizontal support and went significantly lower. So this buy signal from this inverse head and shoulder formation is no longer here. This buy signal, which was created 2 days ago, is denied right now. It's no longer on the table. And the price is aiming lower. Next one is Footsie. Footsie is doing what is expected. So the price made new highs. Then for the past few days we are having a bearish correction. We are expecting that because we want to see the correction aiming at this upper line of the ascending triangle pattern, this red area. Hopefully we're gonna see that soon. And even more hopefully, I'm looking for the price bouncing from this area. I'm gonna wait and look for a bearish setup or for a bullish setup on this upper line of the ascending triangle pattern. And when I'm gonna see the bullish pattern there, I should not hesitate with opening a long position on Footsie. Next one is dollar index, right? So this signal from 2 days ago when dollar index created a hammer, even better formation than a hammer, created the strong reversal, and this signal is no longer there. There is a quite significant dollar weakness across the market right now. We had a hope in the last 2 days, but this hope is being denied right now. That's a very negative development for the dollar. With this reversal, it does not look very, very optimistic. Buyers, dollar bulls, can have big troubles with that. American dollar to Singaporean dollar made new long-term lows. That's a very strong downtrend. People that are buying Singaporean dollar since beginning of 2017 can be happy with their investment decisions. Australian dollar to American dollar. So here you remember about this positive data that we had for this pair. What we are seeing now is a denial of this triple top formation, and that's what we said, right? That you cannot trade. You cannot trade based on the triple tops or bottoms formations or double tops bottoms formations you cannot trade without seeing a breakout of the support, right? In this case we didn't see a breakout of the support, we didn't see a breakout of this area, so there was no sell signal here. They defended the support. That's what supports do. They are usually being defended. That's what happened here, and the price reached important resistance, and this important resistance being highs from 2017. which can actually be a good place for a reversal, but we will see if that will happen. New Zealand dollar to American dollar, sentiment is positive, the party goes on, higher highs, higher lows, no dangers ahead, I guess. Let's see where is the potential target for this. It's very hard to estimate the target for this because, well, I would say we can aim for this resistance here, here, and here. Looks okay. Looks like this area can be a resistance here. So still a lot of place. Euro dollar again. It shows you here why you wait for the breakout. Price was making lower lows and lower highs. Actually, price made this beautiful head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Then we broke the neckline, right? Then we created a flag. And after this flag, well, if you wanted to trade this flag, you should have waited for the breakout of the lower line of the flag. And breakout did not happen, so there was no sell signal. The price came back above the neckline and went significantly higher. Bro, that's a denied pattern. That's broken pattern. Sell signal is off the table right now. There is no sell signal anymore, and it looks like we will have new midterm highs on the euro dollar soon. Euro to New Zealand dollar, waiting for the situation to develop, but as we talked yesterday, we broke the neckline. Now we are defending this neckline as a closest resistance, which is pessimistic. I guess that sell signal is on the table again with a potential target here on the subtrend line. That's my current view on this instrument. Euro to British pound, boring inside the long-term sideways trend. Exactly, well, we were exactly in the middle between the horizontal resistance and a horizontal support. We will see how this situation will develop here. Next one, Euro to Japanese yen. So Euro is reversing, Japanese yen is gaining a little bit of traction here. That can be perceived as a false breakout, quite dangerous one. But the thing is that as long as we are above this line, the sentiment is still kind of positive. Well, in the midterm, because in the long term, sentiment is very positive, right? In the long term, sentiment is positive as long as the price stays above the this line, uptrend line, and the horizontal red support. American dollar to Canadian dollar, sideways trend here, horizontal support, horizontal resistance, waiting for the breakout of the lower line of this formation. Yeah, that would be my aim here. Because again, that's what the sentiment is, right? Downswing flag, downswing wedge, downswing, and now after this downswing, price is making a small rectangle. I see potential for a further drop. S&P 500 Very good condition, very good shape. 2800 seems like suits them, right? Sentiment is positive, upswing, downswing, upswing, small correction, which should end with a further upswing. Euro to Swiss franc is doing what expected. We were expecting this movement because we saw this false breakout pattern here above the horizontal resistance and above the upper line of the wedge. So price coming back below is a very negative factor here. Potential target for this movement is here. Okay, on the orange area 116.70, 116.80, let's say. We see the price getting there soon. WTI, what WTI is having is a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. We broke the neckline. We are using the neckline as the closest resistance. Now we are bouncing from the uptrend line. Well, the sentiment is still positive. This head and shoulder formation is just an invitation for a take profit action, right? But it's nothing serious. American dollar to Swiss franc. Here we have an example of how the failed pattern works. It was a flag. It's supposed to end with a breakout of the upper line of this formation, but price eventually broke the lower line, which denies this pattern and creates a sell signal. And Bitcoin, I'm still very, maybe not amazed, but I'm very happy with this pattern that we created here, that we draw here, which is a correction equality pattern, which happened on Bitcoin. The price stopped exactly on the area that we were anticipating. And now we are fighting on 11,500 points. The thing is that as long as we stay below the purple and yellow area, sentiment towards Bitcoin is still negative. Well, once we will come back above the yellow area and we will break the purple line, that action should trigger us a bit of a bullish sentiment here. And cable. So yeah, I told you about this. Price. In 10 minutes we'll have data, right? Price met lows from 2016. Well, lows, pre-Brexit lows, right? From 2016, and they used that as a resistance, but they didn't use that as a resistance a lot. 1, 2, strong bearish price action, all this movement is denied. But then price recovers, climbs higher. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bullish candles in a row. 8 bullish H4 candles in a row. That's pretty significant. That shows you the full dominance of one side of the market. No place for other players, just buyers on the cable. DAX. DAX has a good situation. We are talking about that for a long time as well. So there was this wedge pattern. Price broke the upper line of the wedge, then tested the upper line of the wedge as the closest support. Support was defended, but it wasn't so easy. Buyers here on DAX were struggling to defend this support. They eventually did that. Well, bravo for them. But that was a real struggle. As you can see, it's a daily chart. It was a daily chart. But on H4 chart, it took some time for them to defend this, like from 10th of January, and just now, 18th of January, we do have a real reaction, right? This is from yesterday, this is from today. So we may say that this resistance was eventually, finally defended, and there is a buy signal on DAX again. Talking about buy signals, this is Australian dollar to Canadian dollar, so an exotic instrument. I don't know if you even have this chart open. If you do, you probably see a nice bullish pattern here. If you don't, well, probably you will be interested with what I have to offer here. So look at that. Last month in December, the price broke long-term downtrend line, which actually should trigger us a buy signal, and it did for some time. But after that, the price declined and tested the recent resistance as close as support. This support got eventually defended in January, and from that the price went just higher. The price broke the horizontal resistance here on 0.99, let's say. That's a nice psychological barrier as well. And then went higher. It wasn't so easy. It took some time, took some reverses, but eventually here, yesterday we broke it. We defended that as a support overnight, and now we're heading higher. So this price action triggers a buy signal from this inverse head and shoulder formation. So we have a buy signal here with a potential target. Actually here, yeah, that's the potential target, so highs from 2017. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar, what we have here is a rectangle, sideways trend. We're below the horizontal resistance, above the horizontal support. Not very fascinating, not the best place to be. The best place to be will be breakout of the upper line of this formation here, or the breakout of this lower line of this formation here. So breakout of the upper line of this formation triggers a buy signal. Breakout of the lower line of this formation triggers a sell signal. Euro dollar, it was mentioned by us. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar was mentioned by us. Canadian dollar to Japanese yen. Despite the false breakout here, the flag continues. We are still below the yellow resistance. Buyers couldn't hold the price above this resistance, which actually can be very, very negative for them. We will see, but there's no sell signal yet. Sell signal will be created once we'll break the lower line of the flag. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, waiting. Either breakout of this line, black line, breakout of the black line will trigger us a buy signal. Actually, we should be able to connect that, yes. So breakout of the black line triggers us a buy signal, breakout of the purple line triggers us a sell signal again. As for now, I think that bullish breakout is a little bit more probable. Why is that? Well, I can see this bullish sentiment towards Australian dollar on other pairs, like here, right, for example. But also, I still think that we will be influenced by this false breakout below the neckline. That maybe the situation where many sellers escaped from the Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. They got scared, they got burned. So usually false breakouts lead to the strong movement in the opposite direction, and that's what I'm seeing here, an opportunity for that. Okay guys, last daily analytical report this week. Hope you enjoyed that. Some nice trading setups. We will see each other on Tuesday, right? Thanks very much and goodbye.